What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the madness. It's been a minute, but we're going to be going and diving into an After Effects tutorial real quick, and it's going to be all about getting them nice creamy vibes using the volume pan pedal or the volume pan block within the Fm3, and how it kind of works with filter banks and choruses and delays, right? Because we're trying to create this vibey sound, as you can hear. And so I'm going to be using a sort of syncopated finger picking pattern in order to make it sound more like approachable in that way. So it's now, like when you go and use the volume pan pedal by default, it's not going to sound like that. You have to tinker with it to get it to sound kind of that vibey, sort of tone, right? So let's go ahead and show you how exactly that works. So when you go into the volume pan, right now it's fluctuating back and forth at about 1.44 hertz because it's based on the controller here, which I've set to a quarter dot note at 130 BPM. So knowing that, this thing's going back and forth at, 1.44 times per second. So what we're going to be doing here is we set this ramp, and the ramp is set from start at 37.7 and at 81.8. If I drop this down, it drops the initial point of the ramp. Reason why I wanted it here is because I still wanted it audible when it drops down, and I want it a bit higher when it goes all the way to the top. So that's the point. And the update rate I set to slow because it gives it a little bit of a drag. So knowing that, we're going to go and take that and we're going to go back over to the filter banks. Now the filter banks are basically, this one's a band pass, this is a band pass, and then this is a low pass. And the band pass is mainly just to encapsulate the lower frequencies but ignoring the real low, right? And then another one which is encapsulating roughly 108. And then finally we've got another low pass that's, it's fourth order, so that's why you've got that knee right here. If you drop this to second, obviously the knee drops, but also the slope, the rate of the slope decreases as well. And we got that up at 912. We can fluctuate that and it changes the sound completely. So if you want to have like that kind of drowned out, almost underwater sound, you can do that. But I kind of liked it where it was. Around here. Of course, the chorus is also adding a big effect. Without the chorus, it doesn't give you that like sort of ethereal sort of sound. Looking at video too much. But I think this is really kind of interesting. Like, I'm trying to take a step back from doing all like the lead sort of things and kind of bring forward the ambience, the actual soundtrack, maybe the compositional sort of approach to this thing. And I think the Axe Effects is kind of underutilized in that respect. Everybody wants the lead tones. Everybody wants to get all these crazy kind of sounds that are very straightforward, cut through the mix. I'm looking for things that are kind of set in the back, bringing you the entire atmosphere. And I think that's kind of a cool approach to it. So, we got this delay. It's just a typical stereo delay at a 1/8 dot. Now, notice it's half of what the 1/4 dot is. So it's delaying at exactly 2 times more frequently than this thing is going up and down, which means that so I guess the camera has overheated for a second, so we're just going to give that a moment to do its thing, apparently. So what that means? What it means is that when this volume pan goes down and it's completely at the bottom of its range right here, it means that the delay is going to kick in again. So it's kicking in every time it hits the bottom and every time it hits the top. So then you end up with that sound. Either way, it makes sense when you do it that way. Instead of kind of tinkering with these specific time parameters to get it at like exactly 340 blah 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 milliseconds, you're going to end up at exactly the right time. So this one's of course at what 1/8. So 1/8 note is definitely a heck of a lot less time than 1.44. So do with it what you will. It's pretty cool. I think the sound is pretty interesting, and then we can also show it to you in context, which is really cool too. So let's go ahead and do that. You know, you guys are just gonna have to put up with you know, not having the video for a second from me. But who cares? You don't need to see my ugly mug anyways. All right, so let's go ahead and give you some context, right? So we've got initially, which is pretty cool vibes. Then you go ahead and add some drums. And then, you know, you got the drums, right? Let's go ahead and let's give it some interesting, like, paddy kind of vocal sounds. But you know what we're missing, you know? We're missing some sort of bassy synth, right? Make it really kind of bring out that sort of vibe, bring out that groove. All right, let's give that a whack. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's what's going on here. That is the entirety of this Axe Effects tutorial. Hope you got something out of it. You know, I think that I know I sure as hell learned a lot by doing this stuff. So if you guys liked it, slap the like and subscribe button. It really helps me to grow this channel. Right now I'm almost at 500. That means I'm at the first tipping point for me getting this channel into the monetization zone, which is pretty cool. I didn't initially start this channel to get monetized, but now we're there. It's pretty interesting, you know, maybe able to do some cool things with that. One of the things I was thinking about doing for you guys was doing a live stream, you know, doing these productions, throwing together backing tracks, innovating in this Axe Effects realm, creating new tones, you know, just creating this sort of stuff live. You know, I don't know how well that would go. I know it's pretty deep in the weeds as far as many people are concerned, but you know, for those of us that are nerdy like I am, why not give it a whack, right? Follow along, see what you can do so we can learn together. You know, I'm always about learning stuff from other folks, so if you've got something to say, if you've got something to tell me, then go ahead and do it. I always take feedback, and you know, I'm not above that anyway. So appreciate you guys stepping in. As always, I'll catch you all on the flippy floppy, y'all. Ciao.